It's 9:15 and from Winchester, engineering announcements for the radio and television trade.
Hello again, and we welcome you to another bulletin of news and information for the radio and television trade. A new local radio station opened yesterday in South Wales, and we include details in a roundup of ILR news. And we also look at the plans for the next 3 months of Channel 4 conversions at existing stations, as well as a bumper crop of main stations undergoing major aerial maintenance.
And the moment you've all been waiting for, the new edition of the Pocket Guide to Transmitting Stations is published. We take a peep inside. And we also look at 2 brand new UHF relay stations, both to open soon on all 4 channels. In Hertfordshire there's Welwyn with ITV from Thames and London Weekend, and in Shropshire the Ironbridge relay for Central and Channel 4. So stay with us for the next 9 minutes or so.
The 40th independent local radio station went into service yesterday, and in technical terms, Gwent Broadcasting, serving Newport, Gwent, has made history already. It's the first UK local radio station in the new VHF subband of 102.2 to 104.5 MHz. Both the VHF and the MF transmitter are on the same site at Christchurch near Carlion, just east of Newport. VHF is on 104 MHz, and listeners will have to tune through the emergency services to get to the new subband. A very few old sets may not even tune beyond 100 MHz, but we think these are few and far between. So assuming you can tune in, good stereo should be available in Newport itself and as far as Cwmbran and Pontypool. As usual, mixed polarisation is used, but people with external fixed aerials are probably better off with them mounted horizontally.
The largely rural areas further north and east will depend on medium wave, and satisfactory daytime reception should be possible in Aberan, Cross Keys, Abersychan, and generally in places up to about 10 miles from the transmitter. The MF signals are on 1305 kHz, which is a wavelength of 230 metres. That's Gwent Broadcasting in full programme service, and we wish them well.
And a final reminder now that the proposed ILR service for Norwich and Great Yarmouth is being discussed at a public meeting next Monday, that's the 20th of June. Members of IBA staff will be there, and the public will be invited to comment on the applications of the 4 franchise bidders and to give their views on the needs of the area in terms of local radio. Local libraries have copies of the franchise applications, and the meeting will be at St Andrew's Hall in Norwich at 7:30 p.m. next Monday, the 20th of June.
While we're on the subject of local radio, the 2 counties radio VHF transmitter at Poole is on reduced power today and tomorrow for aerial work, and it's expected to be off the air between about 2 and 3:30 p.m. on both days.
Switching to television transmitters, Beacon Hill, Chatton and Knockmore all continue on reduced power for major aerial maintenance. There are interruptions to all transmissions on some mornings.
In Cornwall, Redruth is just beginning a 5-week period of half-aerial working. Again, this is for aerial maintenance, and there will be occasional cancellations of programmes between 6 a.m. and midday. And in the West Midlands, the Wrekin is on reduced power until the end of the month to permit installation work of some Channel 4 equipment.
In Sussex, Midhurst is now due to start a 10-day period of reduced power working from today. There will be a few interruptions on all channels between 6 a.m. and midday.
In Suffolk, the Sudbury transmitter is also starting a period of reduced power today, this one due to last until about the end of July. Again, it's major aerial maintenance, but there'll be no morning interruptions for a couple of weeks.
On the Channel Islands, Les Tuyers continues on reduced power for aerial maintenance, but the work should be finished in a week or so.
In South Wales, the Abercrombie relay is off today until about 3 p.m. for maintenance work on the electricity supply.
In Northern Ireland, Larne is off this morning from 9 until 10, and again this afternoon from 3 until 4 for electricity board maintenance.
The Sheffield relay is likely to have an interruption on ITV on Thursday morning between 9:30 and 10:30. This is for Channel 4 installation work.
And the Keighley relay will be off on Thursday on all 4 channels from 9:30 in the morning until 12:30 during a mains interruption.
Also on Thursday, the Istalafera relay in South Wales is due to have a mains interruption between 9 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon.
Now to Channel 4 coverage and the conversion work at existing stations. In Northern Ireland, the Carn Money Hill relay began 4-channel working last Friday for about 25,000 people. Channel 4 is on Channel 50. On the Wirral, Storeton is now due to have Channel 4 by the end of next week on Channel 32. This is a relay covering something like 85,000 people. And to complete the second quarter of the year, we're hoping to get Salisbury and Morpeth into trade tests on the new channel by the end of this month.
As we're approaching the third quarter of the year, we thought we'd bring you up to date on existing transmitters that are expected to have Channel 4 installation work completed during the period July to September. First, main stations, and there are 3. In Sussex, Heathfield is due on air in about July on Channel 67. In Northern Ireland, Limavady is expected in about August on Channel 65. And in the West Midlands, the Wrekin is due on air in about September. The channel there will be 29. Those 3 main stations will, together, increase Channel 4's coverage by almost 1 million people.
Now to the relays due for conversion between July and September. These will be Sheffield, which slipped back from the second quarter a few weeks ago, Fenton in Staffordshire, which covers a very considerable 180,000 viewers, Tunbridge Wells, that's the station known locally as Pembury, Fenham on Tyneside, Oliver's Mount at Scarborough, Tay Bridge in Fife, Hemel Hempstead, that's the one at Bedmond, which is also used extensively in Watford and parts of North London, and finally Chesterfield. We're hoping that all these stations will be carrying Channel 4 by the end of September.
New relays now, and the station at Welwyn in Hertfordshire is due to come on air later this week. Built adjacent to Welwyn Hospital, the new relay should extend good signals to just over 2,000 people in Welwyn itself and parts of Welwyn Garden City. An easterly part of Oaklands and part of Tuinbury will not benefit. London ITV will be on Channel 43, with Channel 4 available right from the start on Channel 50. Group B aerials are to be used vertically polarised. That's Welwyn in Hertfordshire, due on the air by the end of the week.
And in Shropshire, the new relay for Ironbridge is nearing completion and should be on the air in 2 or 3 weeks' time. It's intended to serve just over 500 people living along about 2 miles of the River Severn Gorge in those parts of Ironbridge unable to get good pictures from the Wrekin or Sutton Coalfield. Central ITV will be on Channel 61, with Channel 4 on 54 from the outset. Group CD aerials will be required vertically polarised. That's the Ironbridge relay in Shropshire, expected on the air in 2 or 3 weeks' time.
Before we go, you may be interested to know that we have just released a new issue of the indispensable Pocket Guide to Transmitting Stations. As usual, it's crammed full with the vital statistics of all our transmitters, including channels, aerial groups, polarisation and grid references. And there's an ever-growing section devoted to independent local radio. Copies are available from us, free of charge, but those of you who receive our monthly engineering bulletin will automatically get one with the next issue, due out soon.
And here's the address to write to for a pocket guide or for any other information from independent television or local radio. It's Engineering Information Service, Independent Broadcasting Authority, Crawley Court, Winchester, Hampshire, postcode SO21 2QA. You can telephone us on Winchester STD code 0962 822444. Or join us again next Tuesday morning at 9:15 on Channel 4 or S4C. Until then, from John Lovell and from me, Janet Smythe, and all of us here at Crawley Court, goodbye for now.